Hello everyone, my name is Bradley. I have a Brad taste in music, and it has almost been 2 years since I've talked about Arctic monkeys. Meaning it has almost been 2 years since people have been waiting for me to talk about Arctic monkeys again. And here I am. Sure, it took forever, but, at least I got to it. My question, though, is why Humbug? It's definitely not their most popular album. It's definitely not their first album. So, why Humbug? Well, I have no clue. I don't have an answer to that question. I have been fearing listening to more Arctic Monkeys though, considering the fact that Arctic Monkeys is very hit or miss with me. Also considering the fact that their Tranquility Base Hotel and Casino album was kind of a one-off. What drew me into it was almost like a fluke. Regardless, this is what people wanted. People have been asking for this for forever, so I'm here to deliver. My name is Bradley, and I'm not going to waste any more time. Let's check out Humbug by Arctic Monkeys. Track 1, Propeller. Alright, so I'm going to start this video with my pet peeves. I do not like when singers sing like, if you could summon the strength, and they lift up their voice like that. I've never liked any singers doing that. It's something that's used so often, and it sounds cheap. That's why I don't like... Let me try to find another example. I think I Don't Know How But You Found Me does that. Yeah, she one kiss at a time. I think it's done to make something sound either epic or try to compensate for something. I like the fact the song is called Propeller and it starts off, the very beginning of the song sounds like a propeller. I don't know if that's intentional, but if it is, that's a cool little detail. Yeah, stuff is really either hit or miss with Alex Turner, so I'm not really crazy about his vocals here, but the song overall sounds pretty nice. However, stoner rock, is that really what this is the main genre of this? I've listened to a lot of stoner metal. Stoner metal's the shit. I've not heard a lot of stoner rock, so this is going to be a little bit of a journey. I have no clue what the hell that song is about. Apparently the Propeller is about his sex drive or maybe another type of drive. Considering that this is a stoner rock, I don't think he has a full idea of what the hell he's talking about either. If it is about his sex drive though, I guess it would make sense. He's asking when this person, male or female, is arriving. So I guess maybe he's saying he has erectile dysfunction. Maybe that's the entire meaning of this song. Saying he can't get his propeller started on his own. The sound of that song was nice. It's going for a very psychedelic feel. It's got a lot of different guitar tones, and they blend pretty well. Decent little track. Next song, Crying Lightning. Whatever is going on with this this hi-hat, pedal hat, whatever the fuck, that sounds terrible. It's so loud that it actually cuts out the vocals, and that's all my brain can focus on. That is so horribly mixed. There's not a lot of melody here. Oh, okay. Dude, why are the drums so loud and the vocals so quiet, dude? You had such a cool little thing going on there. I mean, I get it if you're trying to make the song sound as chaotic as possible, but damn, it is almost unlistenable. It's so loud, man. I don't even have this thing turned all the way up, and it's just like drilling into my brain. Man, that one part was really cool, though. I like that. The ice cream man, huh? I say hi to the ice cream man. I like the twisted guitars here. Something about the way they're done. Dun 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 dun. Sounds super evil. Oh, apparently Crying Lightning is his way of saying people who overact and pretty much will put up a ridiculous wall of tears for sympathy. Which makes the lyrics of this song actually make sense. Especially all the lyrics about rainy afternoons. Yo, the whole sound of this song's actually kind of making sense if that's the case. Now my question is, what exactly is the point of this song? I mean, sure, it's something that you don't hear every day. It's a game called Crying Lightning. You're telling someone that they just put up this giant wah. But like, huh? I'm just kind of confused on what exactly the point of that was and what emotion I'm supposed to feel off of this observation that's being shown. I mean, I guess I could kind of feel where he was going with some of these breakdowns. More of just like this twisted kind of feeling. And I can understand maybe if they're saying that as if this whole Crying Lightning game is some sort of hoax that's being put on just to, I guess, trick somebody. But besides that, I don't really see the whole point of this track. Outside the cafe by the Cracker Factory, you were practicing a magic trick, which I'm assuming is them first attempting this Crying Lightning game. Maybe it'll make more sense as the album keeps going on. Didn't like the mixing at all, but, you know, it's in the past. Next song, Dangerous Animals. Song's very similar to the last ones, especially the guitars here are kind of like identical. It's a strip club anthem. Oh, this is a simp song. It says that he's haunted by the thoughts of a woman who doesn't want him. And apparently this is all very metaphorical. This song is literally about simping. Like my guy, he's been fighting in the sheets and crying in his sleep. He wants this chick, but he's so terrified of being rejected. And let me tell you right now, alright, your boy right here, I still have fears of being rejected. But goddamn, man, That's really what the song is about? Seriously? You should have racing stripes the way you keep me in pursuit. Sharpening the heel of your boot. You press it into my chest. Goddamn. Alright then. He's calling her an animal because he wants her. And she doesn't want him. I'm not really surprised by this. I've heard some of the big songs like Do I Want to Know, which is about the exact same thing, especially the music video of that song too. That's all about, how he's simping like crazy and he's not sure and he's too afraid to actually, stop being obsessive. Either way, keep going. Yeah, but why the spelling though? Does that really add anything? Just kind of makes it so that you can have less lyrics. Alright, it's going in kind of tribal area here. Kind of dehumanizing this person anyways. Why do you have to do the spelling to end it off, dude? You work like this instrumental is just fine, man. Alex Turner so far has been like something worked about him being like the center point on the Hotel album because that whole album sounded like being in an actual hotel. God damn, dude, what is the point of you showing Huppier at the end, man? That breakdown was so good. That just drew me the hell in, man. That was so intense. It fit the sound of it. It sounded so primal, like exactly what you were going for. But you don't have to reiterate the DANGEROUS. Why, man? Come on. You were doing so good. And then you pull me out of it immediately. I was waiting, man. That should have been the pull-in for this album. That should have done it for me. I should have been immediately thrown in and said, oh shit, let's go. But why did you show up at the very end, dude? That was so unnecessary. Let the instrumental do the speaking, man. It took this riff that was being done throughout the entire song and then finally brought it to life and blew up like crazy. Which honestly a lot of music that I like that's very primal does. And this did in a way that was really nice. But then it just took me out of it, dude. You should have faded into the background oh shit, the darkness is taking over, dude. It's happening. You're finally being consumed by the outside. Why is it that you're peeking your head out? Dude. Just get consumed by this shit. That was such an unnecessary detail. Am I overreacting and nitpicking? Hell no, dude. One little thing kind of said the entire thing. It said it all. It said, okay, this isn't 100% sure what the direction that it's going. And that's unfortunate. Still, it's an okay song. Next song, Secret Door. Oh, this is completely different. Okay. Fools on Parade. Come on. Quickly, anyone who hasn't heard the song Bulls on Parade by Rage Against the Machine, listen to that song. I think that it follows a very simple formula, but what it does with it is so primal. Like that last track, it's just pure rage, pure anger. Like, it's one of those songs that does not waste any time on just like kicking down the door, dude, if you haven't heard this song. That's what I would have wished this album would have done if it's going for a primal feel, dude. You should be able to pull me in immediately, no matter what the song is, no matter what the subject is, instantly if you're going for a track that's primal, like this song does. This song, it doesn't need to introduce you, it doesn't need to tell you shit. It lets the music do the talking. Is this what it calls psychedelic, this riff? What the hell? Why does it never feel like Alex Turner's actually singing the song that's being performed in the background, dude? This was like the same kind of thing with the hotel one, but at least it worked there. It isn't really succeeding at being psychedelic. It just kind of sounds awkward. Like, that's the thing, is the song obviously, like, it knows what it's going for. It knows what it, like, wants to do with its sound. It sounds like a secret door, like, ooh. Like they're going through the secret passage right now. It seems like he's with the woman. But man, do I not feel invested, dude. This is some ass mixing. It's ass. This is 2009 when this album came out, dude. You're putting out an album that sounds like ass way too late. And this, you've already put out multiple albums before this. You can't have an excuse for that. Why is it that you have great ideas here, but the execution sounds like shit coming to my ears? Maybe it's just going for a rough sound to sound psychedelic. I didn't really care for that track. Again, the sound of it matched exactly what he was going for, but damn, dude, this mix is horrible. Maybe it'll grow on me. Maybe I'll find it charming, but as of right now, nah. Frolicky, running in the flowers sound does not work for Alex Turner, dude. You gotta be kidding me, man. You sound the best when it seems like something serious is happening or something dark. Or even if you're just laid back talking about drugs, what is this frolicky in the field sound shit doing for your voice and your lyrics, dude? It just sounds kind of corny. Could be better. Could be a lot worse. Next track, Potion Approaching. What song is this completely ripping? I mean, this sounds exactly like something else. Can someone help me? It's like ba-dum. It's like that, but it's like trying other stuff to make it not sound exactly like that song. The disjointed feel of everything is part of the feeling of this album, but it doesn't actually add anything. It just kind of actually hurts it. Maybe it's trying to be unique in that, but something about it just doesn't really work when you're going for such a linear song structure. You cannot tell me. What is this ripping? So if this album is called Humbug, and it's all about how he's simping over some girl, alright, and he's becoming Ebenezer fucking Scrooge over it, then why does this sound nothing like that? Especially this song, dude. Why does this sound so awful? There's no direction to this track. Not lyrically, not sonically, nothing. Is he saying yours is the only ocean because she is the only fish in the sea? She coming? Oh, she's showing up. Uh-oh. Potion approaching. There's either two things that this potion could be. It could be her. And he's saying, shield your eyes. It goes, ah! She's too valuable. I can't look at her. Ah! I gotta value her too highly. Or it's potion approaching isn't. Ah! I want to keep being like this. Don't you dare. No. Don't counsel me out of this. Either way, this is the best part of the song. Easily. It's definitely the most, cohesive, this bridge right here. Wow, transition really... That's a great transition back into the track. What? What the fuck is he talking... What? Why? What are you talking about? What the hell is that supposed to mean? What is this random shit that's added into the end of your track? Why is it end off, would you like me to build you a fucking go-kart? Why? What does that add to the track? Look, it seems very obvious that I'm not supposed to be taking this at all that seriously. Same with if I was listening to, like I said before, I don't know how, but they found me. I'm not supposed to take this at all that seriously, and I'm supposed to just have fun with this album, and that's clear. Maybe I'll be a little less uptight going forward, but man, some of this shit is just really unorganized. Even for something that's supposed to be fun, there's a lot that takes me out of it. Especially with a lot of the serious lyrics here. He's talking about being obsessed. He has a serious obsession here. So you can't tell me that there's something about here that, I'm supposed to completely not take this fully seriously, because it seems clear that he's got some serious problems in here. And if that's the case, then why is it that this dude's taking a piss out of his own music? Like Alex Turner, man, you gotta pick one side or the other. You can't have it both ways right now, man. You gotta at least either be able to open up and just talk about something, or just close yourself off completely and just have fun and take a piss out of it. At least accept that. Why is it that he can't choose one side or the other? The song was frustrating. The first half was terrible. The second half sounded really good. I thought the second half was pretty good, and I transitioned back into the original half, which was a great transition, and then it confused me. And now I don't know what the hell to make of that song. Maybe I'll come back to it later. Fire and the Thud. Is this just about him again being a stalker? What? My hopes are being stolen, might ring true. Depends who you prefer. If it's true you're gonna run away and he's still gonna stalk you, is that what this is about? Yes, that's what this is about. He's gonna still stalk her, no matter what. And he seems to have no problem with this. There's no emotional conflict going on here. He's not discussing how maybe this isn't right. It seems like his moral compass is just kind of fucked. Without any explanation. He's totally cool with being open that he's gonna stalk her. He's not open about, saying maybe this isn't right. Why am I doing this? Maybe he's not having a single moment of self-reflection here. Please do. Please. Am I just not ever going to be allowed to enjoy an instrumental passage? Because does every fucking song have to be 3 minutes and 30 seconds? Is that the rule here? Seriously. Come on. Really? You're not going to let a song stretch out because it wouldn't be radio length. Come on, man. You've got to give me a fucking break with that. Dude, what do you care more about? This being a single, or you have any sort of emotion portrayed at all? Because this is obviously a moment of pure explosion. He's holding all these feelings in, and it's overwhelming him. And then it's oh, we're gonna keep talking over the song in this same sort of tone. Whoa. Dude, this is why I love Swan so much. Swan's Michael Gira, he creates songs that are 20 minutes in length, where he will speak for 3 minutes at the end, and it'll all make sense and all work. Here it's more like Alex Turner's got to have has got to sing the entire song, or else it's not a song. Like, what is that logic, dude? You don't have to have 4 verses of mumbo jumbo. Come on, man. I knew exactly what you were talking about with the instrumental. Why do you gotta beat it into my head? Bro, come on, man. Every track is gonna be displayed in the same way. I mean, I think what's unfortunate is I know it doesn't change, and that keeps coming back to my head because every single song sounds like Do I Want to Know? Except for at least that track was so stripped back and, like, non-metaphorical that you actually could understand what the hell was going on. And he didn't have to actually speak in the very ending part. Except for maybe he did. I don't remember. Let me check. Wow, listening to this album actually makes me not like this song as much. That's how repetitive it is. Because now I just hear this song and it just sounds like these tracks, but stripped back even further. Like, with even less meat on the bones. The one thing that's going to set us apart, though, is Alex Turner going over every track. Except for he's not actually sounding like that, because then it would actually probably be more interesting. Cornerstone. Why is the same vocal effect on his voice every time? Is it just because he wants to give the feeling that every song is in the same space? Because it sure sounds like it. Sounds like every song is in the exact same space. Nothing changes whatsoever. Close enough to be your ghost, but my chances turn to toast when I asked her. What the Come on, man. Really? She was close enough to be your ghost, but my chances turn to toast. What the fuck is this writing? What is the point of that? That's terrible. That's horrible. Despite that terrible lyric, this is the first song that actually thematically is interesting to listen to, because it actually is not only interesting in terms of where it's entertaining, him constantly thinking that these other people are his lover, because literally he's so obsessed with them, but it's so cartoony that it's clear here that it almost feels like the joke that I kind of was wishing that if he was going to go through with, that he would have went through with fully on the other tracks, but here at least he's actually going all the way through with this idea. However, I will vouch that going when you're singing is probably the laziest, shittiest way of trying to display emotion anyone ever does. Here, you can't even pretend like you're displaying any emotion when you're doing that. It sounds terrible. It reminds me of when my sister was singing, when I was at home, like 13 years old, and I would tell her to shut up! She got really upset by that. I think I might have damaged her because I would always tell her to shut up. And it's because she did the same thing, and it still sounds bad! Why is this a thing? Dude, it sounds like some fucking pretentious fake emotion shit! And the only reason why it's tolerable here is because this whole song is a goddamn joke. He doesn't mean a single thing he's saying here. It's a fake story. But unless you're doing it like this, then don't actually do it because it's so trash. It sounds like trash. My boy Alex Turner's a motherfucking player. Alright, that's exactly what that song was about. All this shit happens and then he's finally like, you know what? I'm gonna fuck her sister. And then there you go. Very goofy. Very fun. Mixing still needs a little bit of work. You can say that for this whole album though. Dance Little Liar. Okay, I like this so far. It's different. It's gonna get ruined. There's no way Alex Turner's gonna actually change anything about his fucking singing here. Feels like budget Strokes, which is ironic because it's Arctic Monkeys. I got nothing wrong with formulas, alright, but this is just so obvious, man. Come on, dude. This formula is just bare ass fucking naked right to the viewer. I recently listened to the new Strokes album and I feel like I was hoping what I'd get with this album with what I exactly got with that album. That album, while nothing was really crazy about it, it just did shit well. It sounded amazing. It had some great sound play. The tracks made a lot of sense in terms of how they were done. And it felt very diverse. It all felt like it was part of the same experience, but at least the tracks seemed like they differentiated from each other. Sure, this song sounds a little different, you know, he's a little deeper voice than this mix, and it's harder to hear him. You gotta give me something more than this shit, man. You gotta at least try, dude. Dude, if you want to be one of the Strokes, you're gonna have to try a lot harder than this, dude. Wait, are you serious? Apparently this song is about a deep... Apparently... Are you kidding me, dude? There's no way that's real. That's so cringe. Are you actually kidding me? It's saying that this is the effect of a dishonest boyfriend on an unraveling relationship. It sounds sympathetic to him because he's lying. And he can't gain her trust back? Boo fucking who? Is that really what this song is about? There's no way. No, that's just the sound of this track. Apparently it's just observational. There's zero emotion. There's no emotion in these lyrics at all. Which sucks because the sound of this song now goes from sounding like it has emotion to sounding just as fucking drained as the lyrics do. Why is it detailing him being a liar and, oh, now you can't say anything? Of course you can't fucking say anything, dude. Everything that comes out of your mouth is bullshit, man. What do you expect? Why is this whole song about this? What is the point of the song being about this? What is this? Why? Why does it sound like this if it is about this? Why does it sound best when it's stripped back? Never mind. There he goes. There he goes. Again. Finally happening, dude. A song longer than 3 minutes and 30 seconds with a great instrumental break. He's got to come in and ruin it. It's not happening. That's okay. We got long enough. I will take it. It's alright. It follows the same bland-ass formula as the other tracks, but at least we got a longer instrumental break here and a song that is longer than 3 minutes and 30 seconds. God bless, man. Finally. Finally, you get to actually do that, but then it's you can't break the formula because God forbid you break the obvious formula. Not to sound like a total junkie here on music, but like if I wanted to get something that good off of this ending of this track, I wouldn't put up with the rest of it, dude. I would go and listen to Rage Against the Machine, especially considering it seems like this anger and frustration. Oh no, the guy, he's so sad because he's a lying piece of shit. Oh no, oh god. That sounded amazing. But like, I'm going to rage. You want to stick with Arctic Monkeys to get that feeling? I got no problem with that. That doesn't affect me. If you want to do that, go ahead. No problem whatsoever. I'm just telling you my opinion. I'm not coming back to this song just because there's one good part in it. Next song, Pretty Visitors. I like the instrumental a lot here. This album's really frustrating. Like, legitimately, I want to like this. I don't want to not like this. But what the fuck? Why cut the music there? Was that so clever? So important? This fucking pointless line that means jack shit to where, like, it has to cut the music to say, hey, you were enjoying the song because it's relentless, pummeling, really well composed, has some great guitars in there, some incredible drums, and we're just gonna cut that shit to get to the world's stupidest fucking makes no sense lyric. Why? Why are you pissing on your own songs? I'm so angry, dude. I'm out of it. Like, I'm out of the vibe. That killed me out of it. How do I explain how frustrating that is, dude? I was loving this song, and it just took me out of it. Like, come on! Fucking album do one stupid ass thing right? Please! One song above mediocre. Just one fucking song besides Cornerstone. Please! Now you turn up your vocals. Wow. That was so fucking loud. It actually shocked me. It's like he literally went over. It was like, oh, god damn it, man, this is too loud. And he went over, he cranked his fucking vocals up so he could interrupt the good part of the song. Alex Turner, what the fuck, this album? What the fuck? Every song. The only problems I have with it are Alex Turner. He's ruining his own songs. That was literally the most prime example of that, dude. Why is that the only time you turn up your vocals to where they list, like when I can hear them is when it's actually a good solo, to where you can interrupt it. This ambience is so amazing. Why wasn't this utilized, dude? You don't have to make every song the same formula, dude. Utilize some of this shit, man. Get creative. That song should have been amazing, dude. There was so many parts on that song that were absolutely amazing, dude. So good. Like, it's so pummeling. It's so primal at points. It hits you over the head over and over and over again. And the breakdown, that was great. There was some stuff about that track that was amazing. So why didn't I come away from it saying that track was amazing? I'm lost for words. That should have been the best track on here, man. That literally should have been the best track on here. This album has no clue what the hell it's going for. I don't think that they even tried to put together a cohesive listen. I think that they just kind of took it one piss take at a time. Last track, The Jeweler's Hands. Oh, this is interesting so far. Okay. What the fuck, man? Why is this so boring? Get this terrible echo off of your voice. It has sounded like ass the whole album. You would sound so much better without it. It literally doesn't even match the aesthetic of this track. Why is it on your voice? That song is so good. This song is amazing. It's so good that it actually makes me wish to God that when I come back to this album that every other track is going to sound as good as that. That was so psychedelic. By the second half of that, that's what I wanted for this whole album. Alex Turner's low-key voice sounded so good there, it literally became part of the instrumental. There was so much happening, that was incredible. That was absolutely amazing. I've literally nothing to criticize about the second half of that track. It took way too long to pull me in. But goddamn did that feel so good. Listening to that was a true trip after it really started piling everything on top of each other. It had some amazing effects on everything. I love the xylophone in there, the fucking the glockenspiel, okay? That blend is really what I waited for this entire album, but I had to get through an entire 40-minute album to get to that. Now, I want to like this. I really do. Last thing I want to do is piss off the people who have been waiting for a fucking Arctic Monkeys video for 2 years. But this album If I change my mind, then I'll put something different here. This album, it has so much on here that's so good. The band is amazing on this album. My God, the playing on here is fantastic. I think that there's so many incredible parts to hear that are just they flourish. They sound incredible. I would totally throw this in on a playlist, a couple of tracks on here, if they were changed a little bit. This album is ruined by Alex Turner. Not to the point of where this is a horrible album, unlistenable, but damn, this man is boring on this album. He does exactly what he did on A Hotel and Casino on here, the whole album, which actually cheapens what it is there, because now I know that's just what Alex Turner does. I thought that was just part of that album. No, that's just Alex Turner. I want to say this in a way that's like constructive criticism, but dude, this is so, like what am I supposed to say, man? This is a popular ass album. It's from 2009. There's so much band evolution from that point. So all I can say is that hopefully, for the love of God, this is a stepping stone, and it gets better from here. I really, really, really despise albums like this. Albums that have things that are amazing in them, but are just completely ruined by some sort of force that takes everything away from it. And that force is Alex Turner. His vocals and his lyrics are everything that I don't like about this genre. He tries so hard while trying so little, in a way that it becomes extremely pretentious. Unbelievably pretentious. To where it's like he doesn't even need to write a good song because he can do whatever the fuck he wants and gets away with it. And it shows. It's so obvious in a lot of these tracks, man. I don't like the aesthetic of that. I don't like it. I will say, though, that he's a very interesting character study. He doesn't seem like your everyday dude, but, you know, maybe that's because I don't really relate to him that much. And maybe that's a big problem. I don't really relate to Alex Turner at all. So these lyrics kind of, in my opinion, just don't really hit me at all. They just bounce off or they upset me. So in that case, the album isn't really that fun to me. Where it's supposed to probably be just a fun, chill album. Every single track besides like one of them follows the exact same formula the entire way through. I got no problem with the formula, but there are artists who do the formula well, who can actually do it so that it doesn't feel like it's there. But when it's this obvious, it becomes frustrating. They didn't give me nearly enough to disguise the fact that there was the world's most obvious formula hidden in this album. Bro, I want to say more about this that's positive, but I'm coming out of this thing thinking this exact thing. While I think that this is an okay album, it's okay. I'm not coming back to it outside of listening to it a couple more times for my final opinion. I wanted to like this, but all it did was remind me of artists who I wanted to rather be listening to right now, like Rage Against the Machine, The Strokes. Anything that they did that was amazing on this album, I can get tenfold on something else. Arctic Monkeys don't really bring me anything on this album. They don't bring me anything to come back to except for one incredible psychedelic passage on the last track. For an album that's supposed to be incredibly psychedelic all the way through, it fails. I sit back here, I put my head back, I close my eyes, and it takes me out of it and frustrates me. And because of that, I can't recommend this. This is kind of a snore. But that's okay, because at least I tried, at least I gave it a shot, and at least I can come to that conclusion. This album for me is a 4+ out of 10. And yeah, that's all I gotta say about it. My name is Bradley. I have a broad taste in music. Please, for the love of God, don't get mad at me. If you do like my video, please like, not just dislike because you don't like my opinion. It does mean a lot if you guys want to see more. If you somehow after this video still want to see me react to more Arctic Monkeys, let me know.